In this problem, I'm going to write the equation in slope-intercept form for a line given 2 points that line passes through. Now, in order to write the equation of a line, I only need 2 things. I need to find the slope and a point on the line. In this example, I have 2 points on the line, but what I'm missing is the slope. So I'm first going to figure out what the slope is by using the slope equation, which is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. If I substitute, I end up getting -5 plus 3 over 2 plus 6, which is -2 over 8, which reduces to -1 over 4. So I'm going to use this as my slope. After that, it doesn't matter which point you choose to plug in for the point. I tend to go with the one that has more positive numbers, but it's really up to you. So I'm going to show you how to do this in 3 different ways. One of them won't work out so great. I could start by doing the slope walk method. So if I wanted to graph these, that would give me -6, -3, and 2, -5. And I could then try to graph this or walk my slope. So I could count down and over. That would be down 2 over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you can see where that -2 over 8 comes from. If I graphed this to see where my y-intercept is going to lie, I need to be as careful as I possibly can be to try to go through the coordinates. But if you look, my y-intercept is going to be in between -4 and -5. So this slope walk method doesn't work out too well for this problem because I can't actually figure out the exact coordinate on the y-axis. So I'm going to use the solve for b method. That's where I start with y equals mx plus b. And I'm going to temporarily plug in this 2 and -5 for my x and my y, and permanently plug in my -1/4 for my slope. If I continue to work that out, I will get -5 is equal to 1/4 times 2, sorry, -1/4 times 2 is -1/2. And then I can add 1/2 to both sides to figure out what my y-intercept is. Now, whenever I do this, I prefer to write the y-intercept as a decimal. So I'm going to change 1/2 to 0.5. And -5 plus 0.5 is -4.5. So that's going to give me my y-intercept. So I can go back and replace these 2 numbers back with the actual variables y and x. And then now I will write that my y-intercept is 4.5. Now in this example, it did turn out that it was exactly in between -4 and -5, which is -4.5. But that's not always the case. The answer could just as easily have been -4.2 or -4.4 or any decimal. So be careful that you don't just assume that it's halfway between.